Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is how it's supposed to be done. These white people have to learn their lesson in Africa, and they have to learn it the hard way, because they have seen Africa as their playground. These white people, they have seen Africa as their playground where they can come to Africa, do any kind of contract, do any kind of negotiation, do anyhow in Africa and get away with it. But you see what Nigeria is doing? Nigeria is teaching everybody a lesson. They will not continue to do it in Nigeria. It will not happen in Nigeria. So they will either live the way Nigeria wants it, they will do the contracts the way Nigeria wants it, or they will walk away from Nigeria. Guys, how are you doing? Let us discuss. This is another episode of Nigeria don't give white man woto. Nigeria don't give Oyibo woto. Only Nigeria can do it in Africa. Nobody can do it. I remember I saw a video last time, a contractor in Ghana, a Chinese contractor, constructing, I think it was a road in Ghana. The road has been mapped out normally, but this contractor will go and destroy people's property, people's homes, and people's belongings, and even talk to the people anyhow. And the Ghanaians will be like, oh, he's a white man, he's a Chinese, he's an Indian. They go package him. So for a long time, many European and white contractors, Asian contractors, is to the point where even Asian contractors have that audacity. Because you see all these massive projects in Africa, like construction of road, construction of dams, construction of electric power plants, construction, all these major contractors. Africans have that tendency to call Chinese contractors and give it to them. Tendency to call English or French or white contractors, even Indians, they call them and give those contracts to them, but they don't give it to Africans. You understand? So it got to the point where these Asians or these white contractors, they take Africa for granted. They are working on contracts in Nigeria or in Africa, but they are answerable to their country. Can you imagine? You will take a contract in Nigeria. Nigeria is the one paying you. Guys, watch this video carefully. I will leave you a link, or I will give you a link or a place where you can watch and see how the Nigerian minister was walloping these white people, was giving them woto. It's just that I can't add that video to my video because, you know, this is YouTube. I don't want wahala. So I will show you where you can watch the full video, but listen to my own analysis very carefully. You get the point? So these guys come to Africa, take contracts from our government, from our leaders, bring the contract and force our government and our leaders to sign the contract. And Africans are still falling for this. They will sign the contract. They are not, Africa is paying for the contract, but they are not doing the contract the way we want it. They are doing the contract according to their country, as if it's their country that is giving them orders. So Africa or Nigeria give them contract, but they don't want to be answerable to Nigeria. That's what these white contractors are doing in many African countries. And they use our cheap labor, but they bring their engineers and their specialists all the way from their country. Use our cheap labor, our population, our guys, without paying them the deserved amount of money that they deserve. You understand? That is something that has been coming up. But suddenly there's this Nigerian minister, I think he's Minister of Works. His name is David something. That's him I'm showing to you right now. This guy, I just watched a video where this guy sat down all the white contractors that are working in Nigeria. There were Indians, there were Chinese, there were Europeans, Americans. They are all seated in the meeting. The man said, the Nigerian minister, he told these white contractors clean and open, all your contracts are terminated. As it stands now, we are terminating all foreign contracts. We have to redraft the contracts. We have to come out with new contracts and new laws and new rules. How you will accomplish this project, how you will finish the project, and how you will do it the Nigerian way. I mean, you need to see the way the minister was talking to them with audacity, with authenticity, with power, with vigor. He was talking as the boss. But yet these white contractors, they see how the mind to be arguing with the Nigerian Minister of Works, telling him, oh, you know that we have to be answerable to our boss, we have to get orders from the... Nigeria told him, this is Nigeria, we are a sovereign state, a sovereign nation, a country on our own. Your country will not influence how the contracts will be done in Nigeria. Your country, if you are from America, it's not America that will determine how you, an American contractor in Nigeria, will do your work. If you are a contractor from Europe, it's not Europe that will tell you how you will do your work in Nigeria if it's a Nigerian contract that you sign. Because most of these white contractors, they don't even, in their country, they don't give them contracts. They come to Africa, take contracts, and want to do things in Nigeria, their own way in their country. But thank God Nigeria is standing. Thank God Nigeria is making it clear that this thing will not happen in our country. We will not accept it. We will not continue to tolerate it. So Nigeria is giving all those Oyibo contractors, all those white contractors, a woto blow. It's giving them hard time. Then we have to adjust. Nigeria completely tell them openly, do the contract the Nigeria way or leave. We are not forcing you. By the way, Nigeria has enough engineers. Nigeria has enough in every field that can do even a better job than the white contractors that Nigeria is bringing to come and do. This is a kind of strategy that Nigeria is doing to chase away these white contractors. It's a strategy because once these white people are uncomfortable with the condition that Nigeria is giving them, they will walk away. Because white men, they find it difficult to submit to a black. White people just find it so hard to submit to a black. So by the way Nigeria is doing this thing now, many of them will go and Nigerians will take up the job. The money will stay in Nigeria, develop Nigeria economy, help Nigerians, build Nigeria, make Nigeria big, make Africa proud. So this one is a better episode of Nigeria giving them woto. We need more of this kind. Africans should do like that. All contractors in Africa that are not Africans, white people that are contractors in Africa, must work according to African norms and respect Africans. That's how it's supposed to be. It is what it is. Your boy Ajay Maxi on this one again. You can watch the full video on this Twitter. I put the name of the brother here. That's his Twitter handle. You can go there, watch the full video. You say, because you say Nigeria not agree for anybody. It is what it is, guys. Come back when you're free because there's always more interesting and amazing videos just for you. God bless you. Cheers.